I'm Tony T here from Tony'sPicks.com with you Friday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Time to learn live free UFC picks for the Saturday cards. So if you would, be sure to make sure you like, subscribe, and set notifications. Be live with us so you can bet into the best numbers. Before we bring in our expert handicapper, Jose Santabrina, just remind you of a few things. Our promo code running still run here for July. You can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click on the All Cappers tab, getting signed up. We'd also love to hear from you guys. So post your picks in the comments below. We greatly appreciate that. Always love the interaction there with you folks. All right, let's go ahead. Let's get this one underway. Let's welcome Jose Santabrina. If I'm over at Tony'sPicks.com. Jose, how you doing today? Of course, looking forward to this big UFC 276 card.
Yeah, Tony, it's pretty exciting. This is International Fight Week, and this is when all the big cards come out. Usually the best card of the year, and it's lined up to be. You got two championship type defenses, and you got a bunch of great prospects and fighters that are just trying to put a stake in the claim. So it's going to be a very exciting fight card.
Very exciting fight card. We got a 5-pack here from Jose. We're getting right into the pay-per-view card. All picks here from the pay-per-view card. Of course, there are some prelims on the card. The pay-per-view, of course, television on. With some of the prelims will be on ABC, some prelims on ESPN, and these picks here will be on pay-per-view. So let's go ahead and let's get the show underway here. We'll start here with pick 1 here from our 5-pack as Sean O'Malley takes on Pedro Munoz.
All right, so we're going to open up here with the opener of the main card in the bantamweight division. Sean O'Malley is taking on Pedro Munoz. Now, Sean O'Malley is an exciting prospect that is on the rise. He has been taking some lower-level competition and showing off his skills, but now this will be his first test as he takes on a ranked opponent, Pedro Munoz. Sean is also coming off of 3-fight win streaks, all knockouts. He is a crisp and clean technical striker. His strike differential is crazy. He's landing 8.26 and only absorbing 3.52. He's going to have the height advantage by about 5 inches and the reach advantage by about 7 inches. And on top of that, he's also 8 years younger. So shaping up really well for him. But not an easy out because Munoz is a very tough fighter. He is an OG of the sport. He's put on a lot of great fights and has fought some very, very tough opponents. He is coming off of a 2-fight losing streak, though, to 2 of those tough opponents in Dominic Cruz and Jose Aldo. He has a small negative strike differential, absorbing just about half a strike more than what he delivers. But he has strong kicks, and that's what he's going to have to use against O'Malley. Because if anybody knows, O'Malley has a 15-1 record, and that one loss was to now ranked Marlon Vera, where he was able to use the leg kicks to nullify his movement and hurt him. He ended up hurting O'Malley, and that's what got him the TKO win there. So if Munoz can apply that same kind of plan, I'm sure O'Malley has worked on it, but that's going to be his best path. Or if he can get O'Malley to the ground. O'Malley does have a little bit of jiu-jitsu, but it's going to be better versus for someone with experience like Munoz. So I see this fight being a strike fest where O'Malley's going to get to showcase his striking, and Munoz is just going to give us some tough moments, and it's going to grind out to probably a decision. But just in case you get that little late stoppage, like O'Malley has had in his last few fights, we're going to go with the over 2.5 at -118.
All right, Jose Santabrina, finest picks over at Tony'sPicks.com here from UFC 276 here in the pay-per-view card. Sean O'Malley and Pedro Munoz. He likes, in this one, over 2.5 rounds, the return, -118. Hey, guys, you're tuning here to our UFC show here with us on Fridays at 9 p.m. each time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications, be live with us so you can bet into the best numbers. Let's continue on here with our show. Now it is time for our pick 2 from our 5-pack here. It's the main card from UFC 276 as Robbie Lawler, the veteran, takes on Bryan Barberena.
All right, so moving into the second fight of the night, we have in the welterweight division, Robbie Lawler taking on Bryan Barberena. Now, this is a very exciting fight because you have 2 guys that are veterans and that are very, very tough and put on exciting fights. Robbie Lawler is just like Pedro Munoz. He's an OG of the sport. He's been back from way back in the days when I think I was probably in high school. But he's been fighting for a while, and he's been very good. Now, you look at Bryan Barberena, he is a brawler. He is a come-forward fighter. He does not go away. He's in your face, and when you swing at him, he's going to swing right back, almost caveman-like. And that's the same kind of fighter that Lawler is, but Lawler is a lot more technical. He can actually box and stay in range and touch you up with the strikes, but he can be drawn into that, brawl and that firefight, which gives us the exciting moments that he has given us in his career. But I look at this fight, and I see 2 vets that are just very tough, very durable, and give fight of the night type performances, and those usually go to a close decision. So with this pick, I'm going to go with the fight goes to the decision at -165.
All right, Jose Santabrina, you find him over at Tony'sPicks.com here. UFC 276 fight 2 here on the pay-per-view card. Robbie Lawler and Bryan Barberena. He likes the fight to go the distance, the return, -165. You're tuning into our UFC show here Fridays at 9 p.m. each time. Like, subscribe, set notifications. If you're looking for Jose's best bets here from the UFC weekend card here, UFC 276, go over to TonySmith.com by clicking the link in the description. Click on the All Cappers tab, get inside up. Jose has a Weekend Warrior pack up there from UFC 276, and we can save some money. When you use the promo code TonyT at checkout, you'll save 20% off. Access Jose's page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. All right, let's continue on here with our UFC the pick show here for UFC 276. It's now time for pick 3 from our 5-pack. Sean Strickland taking on Alex Pereira.
All right, third fight in the lineup. We're going to the middleweight division where Sean Strickland is taking on Alex Pereira. Now, this is an interesting fight because this is what you call a business move. You have the UFC who's taking Alex Pereira, a fighter who is a kickboxer by trade. He has a tremendous kickboxing record, but has only been relatively new to the MMA game. He has 6 fights and has an impressive 5-1 record. Now, his kick, as I say, he's a kickboxer, so his striking is dangerous and it is deadly, and he has a great left hook that puts out a lot of his opponents. But he is going up against someone in Sean Strickland who is he's just a dog, and he's been through some wars, and he is just ready to fight. He is the perfect dance partner for what the UFC is trying to do. What's going on here is you have Pereira, who has a claim to fame in having a knockout over the current middleweight champion Israel Adesanya. So if he gets this win, of course he'll get a title shot. But Sean Strickland is ranked number 4, and I think that this is just a little too disrespectful to Sean, giving him someone with only making their 3rd UFC fight in his career. So I see Sean, someone who is a brawler, and he will engage in a firefight because that's just the kind of fighter he is. But he can wrestle as well. And I know he may say some off-the-wall things on Twitter and social media, but he's very smart in the cage, and he knows that when he has to get the best path, he'll take that angle. So I see Sean out-vettering and out-experiencing and using all the right tools that he needs to make Pereira work hard and get a decision. He might even get a late finish. But I'm going to go with these great odds with Sean Strickland on the money line at -120.
All right, Jose Sanabria, find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com here. Fight 3 here from the main card, pay-per-view card here. Sean Strickland and Alex Pereira, UFC 276. He likes Sean Strickland -126 against Alex Pereira. All right, let's continue on here with our UFC show, guys. We're here with you Monday. We're here with you on Fridays at 9 p.m. each time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications when we're live. You can be live with us. Let's continue on here with the show. It is now time for pick 4 here from UFC 276. Sticking here with the main card as we have Alexander Volkanovski taking on Max Holloway.
All right, so we have a co-main event here that is sure to please the fans. And whether you're a casual or a hardcore or anything, you know who these two gentlemen are, and you know that this is going to be an exciting fight. This is part 3 of the trilogy in the Alexander Volkanovski versus Max Holloway featherweight championship. Now, Volk won both fights. He won the first fight in taking the belt from Max, and then he also won the second fight by a close decision, successfully defending the title. A lot of people argue that Max won the fight. I'm kind of in the middle, but it's over and done with, and Volk has both wins. So this is going to be a chance for Volkanovski to put a stamp on the trilogy and to completely shut out the narrative in saying that he is the clear winner of the side. But Max Holloway is not someone that you take lightly. He is an OG. He knows what he is doing, and he is an amazing striker. He's actually the self-proclaimed best boxer in the UFC. He was screaming it when he was beating the stuffing out of Calvin Kattar just a little over 2 years ago. And he also had a great showing in his next fight against Yair Rodriguez. So I think he's had a couple fights to clear his head, get himself the skills sharpened again, and he's going to be ready to go in and make another punch in getting his title back. Volkanovski's also been impressive as well, taking out competitors like Brian Ortega and the Korean Zombie, and in also great fashion. He finished the Zombie late in the round, and he survived the submission game of Brian Ortega and just beat him to a pulp. So Volkanovski is making this claim, and this is going to be the cherry on top to his legacy if he can be successful. Now, given that this is the 3rd fight, I'm saying that there's a lot of split decisions happening. This is why we gamble a little bit. This is a little riskier, but it's worth the juice. This is going to be either fighter by split decision at great odds of +350. I don't know if we can say the name of books, but let's just say it's the one with the crown on it. That's where I found it.
All right, there you go. Here from Jose Sanabria. Find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com here. 5-4 here on the pay-per-view card. Alexander Volkanovski and Max Holloway. He likes either by split decision here plus 350. So there you go. But good payoff there on either by split at plus 350. Let's continue on here with our show here. UFC 276 picks here from our expert handicapper, Jose Sanabria. If you missed any of our picks here, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Let's continue on here with our UFC 276 fight pick show. Next up, it is pick 5 from our 5-pack as we have here in UFC main card here. UFC 276, Israel Adesanya taking on Jared Cannonier.
All right, so we finally made it to the main event of the evening. We have the middleweight championship belt on the line as Israel Adesanya takes on new blood, Jared Cannonier. Now, Jared Cannonier is 38, and this is his, as you say, his one shot, not his only shot, but given the age and the nature of the sport, this is probably his one shot. He's had quite the road getting here. He actually started off as a heavyweight and made the transformation down to light heavyweight, and now it seems like he has perfected his physique right now at middleweight, and he has all the power that translated from that heavyweight division down to this middleweight division. So he is a scary opponent. He is coming off of a KO win over Derek Brunson in a title eliminator match. Now he gets to test his skills against the champ, Izzy. Izzy Adesanya, he is a clinical striker. Precision, his counters are amazing. He strikes from awkward angles, and he has the crazy movement that will allow his opponent to come in, and he can just dip right out. Now, I see this fight happening in a way that two fighters that need to read each other and really kind of dial in their movements. Izzy's wonderful at that. He actually does that while he's striking, and Cannonier does that as he tries to get in to get his striking. Cannonier's going to have to get inside to land that power on Izzy, and he just makes it very hard with that movement to land on him cleanly. And even if he has been touched, he just has a way to survive and come back in and return the power just right back at you. So I'm respecting the power of Cannonier, but I am predicting that Izzy is going to win this fight by knockout. So to cover both sides, we're going to go with fight doesn't go to the distance at minus 120.
All right, so you got Jose Sanabria here. You'll find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com with Israel Adesanya and Jared Cannonier. He likes the fight doesn't go the distance to return minus 120. Hey, you're tuned into our UFC show Fridays here at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. All right, before we get to the recap, Jose, I want you to let everybody know what you have going on over at Tony'sPicks.com. I know we got the big UFC 276 card coming on Saturday. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, we got a lot of MMA action. Like I said, International Fight Week. We had a PFL card happening right now. If you got in on that, you got some action going there. I also have the package for tomorrow. And in these next few weeks, you're going to have a lot more organizations like Cage Warriors, Bellator, and like I said, UFC is going to be throughout the whole summer. So we're going to write that down until we get to NFL. And when the NFL comes in, you're really going to start getting a lot more from me, a lot more props and games and spreads and all that.
There you go, guys. I got on board with Jose Sanabria over at Tony'sPicks.com as we're moving toward football. It's all UFC here from Jose. He's got that Weekend Warrior pack from UFC 276. International Fight Week continues here. Big UFC card. Of course, we gave you some picks here from the main card. We got a lot of prelims, 8 prelims. Of course, these are the prelims will be on ESPN, some on ABC as well. We may get some picks as well from the main card. These were our free picks on the show. Jose's got some work. He's going to put some work in. Got that UFC Warrior pack for you, so get on board with that. Of course, we can save you some money here when you use the promo code TonyT at checkout. That's good on any of Jose's packages. If you get his Weekend Warrior pass, if you want to go longer term with a monthly all sports pass, you get all of Jose's MMA premium picks over at the site when you get that 1 month all sports pass. As you said, he's into some of these other leagues, International Fight League, Bellator is coming up, and a lot of these other leagues involved. So get on board as well with the UFC with that 1 month all sports pass and use that promo code. That'll take $66 off that one month all sports pass. So really good value there over with using the promo code. And you can access Jose's page by clicking the link in the description, then clicking the all cappers tab and getting signed up. All right, let's continue on here with our show, our UFC 276 Fight Pick show. And now, Jose, it is now time for the recap.
All right, starting from the opening of the card, we're going to go with our first pick with Sean O'Malley and Pedro Munoz going over 2.5 rounds at minus 118. Second pick is going to be Robbie Lawler versus Bryan Barberena. Fight goes to decision at minus 165. Third pick is going to be Sean Strickland on the money line at minus 120. For the fourth pick in the co-main, we're going to go with, for Volkanovski and Max Holloway, either fighter by split decision at plus 350. And finally, for the main event, we're going to go with the Adesanya Cannonier. Fight doesn't go to decision at minus 120.
All right, there you go. Here from Jose Sanabria. Find his picks over at Tony'sPicks.com. Looking for his best bets? Click the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab. Of course, get signed up and use that promo code TonyT at checkout, and that will save you 20% off all premium pick packages from Jose. As we mentioned, the 1 month all sports, also good on his 1 day pass here for the Weekend Warrior pack here from UFC 276. So get on board with Jose Sanabria over at Tony's Picks. All right, that'll do it here for our show, our UFC 276 Fight Pick show. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when we're live, you're live with us. So you get it, you can bet into the best numbers. All right, that'll do it for our show, guys. We're gonna wave goodbye. You guys have yourself a great night. Make it a winning one with UFC 276, and we'll talk to you guys next week here on the show.